Hello, good evening. This is Brother Benson Media, and today is on a Sunday. We are blessed to have this opportunity to proceed with our usual conversations. And today we want to talk about what happened to Gachagua today in a church where he was received with a lot of hostility. Before we start, allow me to take this opportunity to invite Mr. Miguda to say hi to our viewers. Mr. Miguda.
Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm very much good. You understand why I'm very much good? I'm in a high spirit. Of course, we have won against Arsenal. It has been good. And of course, we are going to win because from the last weekend, we won against Man City. Then today, we have also won against Arsenal. The team is back. We are now playing four back. So the squad is good. We are up. And I'm very much glad. And we are just okay. The weekend has been good. Everything is okay. We're just focusing on the next week. So I also want to welcome you to the show, and anybody will be watching right now and in future. Karibuni katika kipindi hiki.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Miguda, and kindly let me know if there is a background noise on my side so that I can rectify. So, straight to the conversation of today, Rigathi Gachagua had attended the church in Othaya, and when he attended, everything was okay, everything was smooth, and then along the way, things changed, and there was a lot of tear gas throwing here and there, and we saw that even in the church there were a lot of tear gas that were thrown in that direction. This led to a lot of panic when where people started running for their lives, and at some point we saw the deputy party leader of DCP saying that their party leader Rigathi Gachagua had been abducted. Then later on he came and gave a press briefing. Mr. Migura, what does this tell you? Would you kindly just give us a narration of what this means in the world of in the field of politics?
We are still also doing our investigations to get the real intels, but I want to start by saying wengine wanafikiria ni AI, wengine wanafikiria ni ukweli, lakini hata hiyo ushindi ya Manu wahenga wanafikiria ni AI. Anyway, what has happened? Actually, I was able to get informations. Then later, I was so privileged to also hear from Gachagua when he was briefing the press. From the details information he gave out, which we have not verified right now, we can we can just give our views on what happened actually. First, there are some facts. It was a church service which was going on. There were people, members of the public were present, women, children, even service did not proceed because the unknown unidentified people came from the sources you are receiving, but their cars number plates were seen. The bullets which were retrieved were able to be identified, the numbers. They came, they stormed the church, and you saw some vehicles were damaged, some vehicles tires were deflated. And to that extent, we can say it is not a good thing to do, even if they are from government side, or even if it was a stage manage. Of course, politics, people can do anything because but don't need to stage manage at the expense of lives of Kenyans. That is not related to political cheap victims. And also, the government should not use the state officers to hunt their opponents to that extent. Because you understand, Kenya is not like Kenya is not like Banana Republic, Tanzania, or Uganda. Makabura, that's my brief. I just want to state some things. People were injured, even though there is no death which has been recorded. People were injured. People, some people were injured, some of the properties were damaged. Like regarding Gachagua car was destroyed, one of the vehicle was touched, and people like Oroba, Rain, El Toscolto, I think they panic. But politics is dirty. That's politics. Some of us, even you have been in those strangers. Remember when you are being tear gas on the street? Well, we used to enjoy it, but it should not go to an expense of the civilians, expense of the people, expense of the children. Remember, in church we have children. Even the newborns who are present in church. If they are inhaling tear gas, it's not useful. It's very harmful to their health. How do you tear gas a congregation? Remember, there was even you saw that priest running. But I don't get the real facts because there are things that we don't understand. Some people are saying maybe it was the same manager or not, but even if it was not stage managed, either way, it's still wrong because there are innocent civilians who are affected by that activities. Back to you.
Miguda, if you watched it keenly, there were a lot of destruction, vehicles torched, people running, glasses being shattered. According to you, Mr. Miguda, and being that you're in the Republic of Kenya, this is not the first time that we are seeing these incidents where Gachagua is going through all this kind of treatment. My question to you is, do you think this is the right way to handle the people in the opposition? Because Raila went through the same. He is no longer here with us today. But we are still seeing people in the opposition going through the same. What are your views as a Kenyan? Do you think the democracy that we are preaching is really active? Miguda?
Of course, I've just add that you have asked me about the destruction of vehicles. What about, I've just said something like vehicles were destroyed. Then I don't know the question you've asked me.
I'm
I beg your
asking you
pardon.
whether you think this the democracy that we've been talking about is really maturing. We've gotten to the right point. If opposition leaders went through this during Moi, during Kibaki, during Uhuru, do you think we are supposed to be going through this at this particular moment? Do you think it is the best way to handle the people in the position? As we brag about democracy, do you think we are walking to the right steps?
Okay. Don't worry about your voice. You are very clear. Once you are speaking, I can get you clear. Don't worry about your background music. It's not on the studio. Or I can say you have asked a very good question. In the Kenyan context, because we have been the champions for democracy, we have been advocating for good governance, we have been advocating for police service, we have been advocating for freedom of movement, freedom of association, political rights, so on and so forth, because that is what is there in Kenya, and we are also practicing. That's why I'm saying if the government, they are also permitted to move freely, they're also permitted to associate, to express their views, and they're using those platforms to reach Kenyans. The same constitution that has guaranteed them those rights and freedoms is the same constitution that is also being applicable by the Kenyan people. Now, what I'm saying, it should be cut across. And also, I've heard when the ODMB were addressing people at Kawangware that also the bishop who hosts them, or they sent to him some SMSs the eve before they went to church that they will arrest him, they will destroy the church if he dares to host them. And later they went to Kawangware. The reason why I cannot come here and speculate much is because we do not have the real evidence. Even politicians, sometimes they can lie. Maybe they can lie to the attention of the audience, or they can be factual. So we can just say we do not advocate for police brutality. We don't advocate for threats, intimidations by state to posters, to oppositions, to opponents. Democracy we are talking about is what we call that freedom to move, associate. You cannot compel me, coerce me to actually come to your side. Are you getting my point? What you have to do is to persuade me to subscribe to your ideology. There's no way you can coerce me to subscribe to your ideology. We need persuasion. That's how it should be. So I think in terms of democracy, democracy is not about bullets. Democracy is not about cells and prisons. Democracy is whereby you persuade the other people. Of course, majority must win at the end of the day. Then minority will have their say. Then we shake hands and move on. The liberal one. Not this issue of each and every time trying to bring things that are actually not concurrent. Makobura, that's my view. And I'm also gathering some information. So we will know because the CS for Interiors just responded to the issue. And we are yet to find out because it's something that is very much fundamental. Because, like I've told you, in that gathering, there were children, leave alone Gachagua and the team and the security. What about the children? What about women? In politics, even in the olden days, during wars, women and children were being exempted. They were not allowed to go to war. But here is on a Sunday, holiday for somebody. Like after there were in a church or congregation, you cannot miss a newborn. If a newborn was inhaling tear gas. But the reason why I want to give it a benefit of doubt that it was government, because where did this tax get the tear gas? Because if you see the batch number for the tear gas, they were recorded as they were 20 2024, and because there were some government vehicles. And if that is the case, we cannot have a gang or criminals walking freely in the country of rule of law. Then the CS for Interior has not issued a warrant of arrest for such people and not investigation. So I believe that they are just state agencies being used to intimidate. This is what we call intimidation. You are being intimidated to abandon your cause so that you can subscribe to whatever they want to do. To me, I just want to say, opposition should not be shaken or Gashagwa team. Let's just proceed to pursue because they have decided to champion whatever they're championing. They should just continue. This very normal in politics. And at times they used to tell us that this is now the Baba used to tell us that hii ndio mchuzi wa siasa. So I think that is how I can put my thoughts.
Thank you so much, Mr. Miguda, for giving us your take. Allow me to welcome our good friend Msimamo. Msimamo, you can also come and give us your take. We saw what happened to Rigathi Gachagua. The question we're asking tonight is the consistent tear gas towards the opposition leader Rigathi Gachagua. In this era, do you think as a country we are moving to the right direction? People being tear gassed within the church compound, people running left, right, and center, both young and old. Do you think this is the right way to go? And who is responsible? And what message are they sending to the people? Msimamo, wasemaji ndugu yetu.
Uh, asante ndugu yangu. Amiguda na host ya pokea zangu. Swali lako uzuri. We as a country hatujaelekea haswa upande ambao ni mzuri since this regime took power. So the country is heading to the wrong direction according to me. Na hiyo ndio shida ambayo ipo, na kama wananchi wa mahakama wa Kenya tunafaa tuitoe tu. Shida nyepesi, kuondoana na uongozi, kubandika uongozi ambao utaheshimu sheria na katiba. Dawa ya kumpinga mpinzani wako si bunduki, si teargas, wala si vitisho. Dawa kidemokrasia ya kumpinga mpinzani wako ni kwa kuonyesha kwa jinsi gani utaweza kuboresha maisha ya wale ambao unawaongoza na kuwatawala, haswa hata si kutawala bali kuongoza. So ikiwa hayo hayapo, ni imebaki kwamba nikicheza mimi, nisipocheza upande wangu vizuri nitajipata kusiko. Ndipo tunapoona haya ya kuweza kulemeza upinzani kiasi hiki, kutopa mbavu. Kwa hivyo hatutakuwa na tofauti na yale tuliyashuhudia Tanzania, hatuko mbali kuyashua yale ambayo yanaendelea Uganda, hayako mbali kimtazamo wangu, kwa maana magari yalotumika ni ya polisi. Risasi zilizotumika zinatoka kwa serikali. Walofia pale kama ni gunzi, kama ni mapolisi, si unajua ni mapolisi, kwa sababu siku hizi kuna wale wanavaa uniform na wale ambao hawavai. So katika hili litakuwaje haswa taifa ambalo lina wizara ya ulinzi inaolipwa haswa na kutegewa haswa mmego ama mgao mkubwa katika hili taifa kwa ajili ya usalama haswa wa raia wake? Vipi tena haswa watu kama hao wapatikana haswa wakitembea tu, wakizembea tu na magari ya serikali, Teargas ya serikali, pasipo kuchukuliwa hatua ya tija ama yenye maana haswa kuweza kukomesha hili? So tutajua litawekwa kwa kisiasa kwamba ni jambo la kupanga, lakini this time around huu uongo hautakuwa na mashiko, kwa sababu si mara ya kwanza kuyashuhudia haya Gachagua kufuatwa makanisani. La kwanza na la pili lilikuwa ni lingine na lingine kwamba kayapanga yeye mwenyewe. Lakini sasa leo hii kile tunatamausha wengi, magari ya polisi yalikuwa yamefuata nini pale? Teargas zilikuwa za nini haswa pale ambapo kumefungamana watu hakuja kusali haswa na kukumbuka na kumcha Mungu wao, kwa kuweza kutengenezwa upya kwa wiki nyingine ambayo inaanza pale. Kuna wamama pale, kuna wazee pale, kuna kila rika. Ikiwa basi pengine kumfuata huyu pengine ana makosa, basi vyombo vya sheria vina haki vifuate mkondo wake kwa kuweza kumfuata haswa kinavyotakiwa, ili Mkenya aelezwe haswa tunamfuata bwana Gachagua kwa sababu tumemwambia njoo mahakamani mara kadhaa, ni mwenye kuikimbia sheria, kwa hivyo tumeamua kumkamata. Lakini sasa hakuna sababu ya maana ya haya magari ambayo yameelekea pale kanisani, hakuna sababu ya maana. Sababu ilikuwa moja, enda mwizi, vunja vioo vya magari, piga nini, midenda, kila kitu. Je, ni kwa faida ya nani? Na kwa hali hii ndio itakayotupa kiongozi bora katika taifa? Ama kwa hali hii yule aliyopo kwenye mamlaka ndio atapata mbavu na sifa kwa hili. Kwa hiyo kwangu mimi nalaani sana hivi vitendo swa kwamba siasa sasa tunaipeleka kusiko, na tusubiri watasemaje aswa wizara husika na serikali itasemaje katika hili. Lakini kosa kubwa tunaloshuhudia katika taifa letu ni siasa kuingizwa kila mahali. Kwenye haki ambayo ni ya kisheria ifanye kazi yake, siasa. Kwenye katiba ifuatwe vizuri, siasa. Kwenye kila jambo siasa. So hata hili litapelekwa kisiasa siasa hivyo hivyo na uongo na maneno ya kubandikisha, lakini jambo ambalo kwa kweli linatamausha, kwa sababu kama taifa hili tutaelekea mkondo huu, sidhani kama tutaelekea mkondo mzuri, kwa sababu haitakuwa kila siku unanifuata mimi na siku nyingine sijaribu kujilinda. Je, ile siku sasa nitajilinda kwa pengine wananchi wamekasirika, wamechukua haswa sheria mikononi mwao kwa kuweza kulinda kiongozi wao, je, itakuwa ni taifa la namna gani? So hii lawama naielekeza kwa serikali, isicheze maisha haswa ya Mkenya katika hali kama hii, isichezeshe kabisa maisha ya Mkenya katika hali kama hii. Ikiwa ni vita vya kiushindani na nini, basi si madhabahuni ambapo kuna watu ambao wamekuja haswa hawana habari wala ile wala lile, wamekuja kumcha Mungu wao, especially wale haswa watoto ambao wako pale. Ikitokea wameumia ama wamepata ambalo litakuwa ni la dhiki kwa jambo ambalo haliwafaa, hawana habari nalo, itakuwa si jambo la mbolea. Kwa hiyo mimi nalaani vikali sana 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 haswa haya matukio, hajanifurahisha na haionyeshi picha nzuri. Kama uongozi utakuwa hivi, basi hata wale ndugu zangu wanajiunga kwa broad base, kama itakuwa ndio hii ya mtishie mwenzako, mbane kila kona ili yawe hana sauti, ndio wewe uwe na sauti, ufanye utakacho. Tulipitwa na hizo nyakati za ukoloni mamboleo. Sidhani kama Kenya tutajipata hapo tulipo kabisa, na kuiacha katiba mpya na kuregeshwa katiba ya zamani ya mtu mmoja tu ndio kusema. Waende shule bila nguo waende, maana yeye akasema na ni order imetoka kutoka juu. Tulipita hizo nyakati. So kwa swali lako, we are not heading the right direction because of this type of leaders we are having, au we are ya utu haswa na utaifa ndani yao. Kile kinawaumiza ni power. So wanatafutana wenzi wao ambao pia nao wana uchu na madaraka na uongozi, wanatamaza tumbo lao kwa sababu ya power, wakiahidiwa vyeo na nini na kadhalika. Basi la mwisho lilivunja kabisa moyo ni la mama yetu Ida kuweza kukubali na kusherekea uteuzi ule, lakini sina ubaya mimi kwa hilo. Ana haki ya kufanya hivyo, anafanya haki ya kufanya maamuzi yake. Swali ni je, kwa faida ya nani? Ama tutaishia tu kwamba tuwashukuru, tumekumbukwa sisi na serikali, maana mmoja wetu kapewa kazi ya juu. Akipewa hiyo kazi ya juu, wewe mwananchi utafaidika na lipi? Hayo ndio baadhi ambayo naweza nikafungua nayo ili nipate kupata tama la maji na kumeza mate kidogo hapa. Asante.
Okay, thank you so much. And Megud, I'm coming to you. And allow me to also take this opportunity to welcome our good friend Goodyear. Thank you so much, Goodyear, for finding time to join us. I can also see Richard. Thank you so much. Megud, let's get to the ODM team, the one that is led by the side of Babu Wino, Sifuna, James Orengo. They were in a church in Dagoretti and they gave their version. They said, as they've always said, that things should be taken slowly and that they are determined to ensure that ODM, as Baba believed, would continue believing and doing what they used to speak about.
na kupata CD mwanangu wa mbavuni host, na kupata kama CD yenye scratch, kama unaweza fanya maarifa angalau nikupate sawa kabisa,
Ah,
ili nisikose
nampata
neno
vizuri
lako hata moja.
nampata vizuri, ni kama wewe ndio uko na tatizo msimamo.
Basi
Okay,
itabidi
yeah. So
nitoke
you can just log out and then you log in again, and then Miguda, you can give us your take about the team that was in Dagoretti, as Msimamo is fixing his internet. Uh,
Okay.
Lydia is asking what's happening with your notification. I think it came because on my side I saw the notification. I don't know why you did not receive. Sorry for that. Maybe I on our side the settings are okay and they're active. Miguda.
Okay. You've asked me about the issue of the ODM Young Turks, led by Orengo. Orengo leading the Young Turks. The old guards are thinking it's an AI. What I've told you, what Arsenal fans currently are thinking. Arsenal fans, they are thinking that it was an AI, but that's the reality. The Manchester United has just won. The youth, the youthful wing in ODM is a reality. Maybe the old guards think that it's an AI. It's not an AI. That's the reality. Many a times you find out that as we move, you have to play your politics very effectively. And you also must understand your audience and your constituents. The politics of the young turks are very attractive to the younger generations, are very attractive to the youthful constituents. You find out that many people are attracted to the kind of politics they are doing. The politics of criticizing, or what we call oversight, the politics of putting government on toes, very common with the youth because they view you as someone going to salvage them from the current status quo. Oh, I believe that they are very intentional and they have done it before, and even the caliber of the wing, there are people who are very, very much deliberate in terms of leadership. Do not focus on Babu, Sifuna, James Orengo, and Caliber Misi. Actually, there are many people in that team. I saw Barongo. Makobura, there are these two young legislators from Kisii County. They were elected on Kisii County, but different constituencies. Very young, youthful. They were also present in that rally. It was not Babu Sifuna affair. It was a Kenyan affair because Caleb came from Western. There were Kisii people there. I remember that's just a wing, ODM wing. I believe that youthful have decided that they are going their way, the young people. If you look at Oburu's rally, you'll find people like Otieno, TJ Kajua, old guards, Pondo Kaluma. Anyway, this wing, me, this is why I like these wings that because right now you can view it as you you can view them as young people. They are not promising. That's how things started. You start from scratch. Remember, even some of us were not even willing to do other things, but nature forced us to do, and we are here. Politics, just the beginning. I believe that they, as time goes by, because they believe in a cause. Why I believe in them? They believe in a cause, and they believe that right now the country does not move into the right direction. At least there's a significant number who think otherwise. We can never think on the same direction. There must be a significant number who can halt the movement and give alternative views. We have past, everybody has a past. We cannot focus on someone's past personality and measure it with the alternative solutions to current problems. But it is what we call self motivated, self motivated. And I'm just behind them. I just let them proceed and try to give us divergent views. But there's nothing like fighting or enmity. We are just trying to give alternatives. Issues, we are trying to give alternatives, views, ideas. All these are just meant to make Kenya better. So youthful people having energy, different divergent, different wing, but also they are having who we call coach or guidance. People like Orenga there trying to also show them the way. So Makubar, I think that's a very good move. I support them fully. They should do their politics the way they want. No one should be told what to do. Let them proceed, and we will reconnect in future. Like you have seen the comment of our good first. Let me also pass my greetings to Goodyear, pass my greetings to Paul Kisiangas and the people in the comment section. Like we have seen my good friend telling us that I don't like United, but this time round, fair play to them, ain't it to serve the Gunners? Okay, you understand, you get the point. But me, I like Manchester. We are just different in terms of English Premier League, but that one doesn't make us not to move. We have to move irrespective of our differences. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. The fact that the youthful wing have dissenting opinion to the old guards doesn't make us now to switch off our country. The fact that Gachagua, Oroba, Malala having a divergent opinion from Mr. President doesn't warrant them abduction, doesn't warrant them Teargas. That's the country we want, not the other one. No, not the current one.
Okay, thank you so much. And Miguda, maybe just on the same, you saw the conversation of the speech that was given by Sifuna, still admitting that they are focused. They're not going to slow down. Baba Wino said the same, and he went ahead to say that they are focused and that they are going to continue the dream of Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. They insisted that they are not going to admit being on the other side if the other side will not come out clear. But again, they're also insisting that they are not going to join the government, and they gave the reasons as you saw. You saw them going to the streets. They were welcomed by a multitude of people. And maybe the question I'm asking you, Miguda, is what is your view or your take? Do you think the move they've taken is going to yield
You're
something?
breaking.
And again, I'm breaking. Am I breaking?
You can you uh, come on?
Okay, I don't know whether I'm still breaking.
Yeah,
Am I
you
still
are
breaking?
you are now you are now clear.
Okay, yeah. So I'm asking you, what is your view about their consistency, and do you think if the other side is not going to allow them to proceed, are they going to come up with a political party, or they are going to take over the ODM? Remember, Babu saying that the constitution of ODM is very clear. They can call the NDC and take the signatures and then take over the party. What are your views? Do you think they have the capability of running with the ODM party as things stands today?
Okay, thank you for that question. What I'm understanding is that, like I've told you, the youthful wing, there are many. I can just confirm to that ODM has just been split into the middle. There are youthful wing who are pro Babu Sifuna, where Orengo is uh, an old man guiding the young people. Very interesting. Another wing, we have people like Oburu Odinga, surrounded by surrounded by old people, old guards who want to retain the status quo. But the good news is the young people are advocating the ideas of the departed hero, whereas the old guards are far away. They are in a hurry to make deals with the UD so that they can not be chased away from the position. What I'm seeing from the NDC is that whenever people will convene nationally, people will come prepared. It's gonna be a war, not using weapons, because at NDC you cannot enter with a gun, any sharp. You just enter with your card entry card, and there will be some few securities around. So I think it will depend on the weight of your people. If you descend massively with the crowd, there will be no NDC. If you take the crowd, that's how they're going to do. So I not that they are going to take ODM and run away with it. What about these people? What about people like Oburu? ODM is there. So what they're going to decide after NDC, we are going to have two teams. That's why they are calling for NDC. And Oburu is aware that after NDC, it will be left with the old guards alone. So after NDC, there will be no more ODM, the current one, the current wings, that ODM A, ODM B. After NDC, we are going to have Team Sifuna, Team Oburu, period. So you can decide which political name do you want, or which symbol do you want to register. So it's up to you to decide whether you are going to join the Sifuna team and Oburu, because as far as things are concerned, no one is ready to listen to either, and no one is ready to call for that. So NDC is just a way to part ways. It's gonna be like a meeting point whereby we are going to part ways. Have your way, I have my say. We'll reconnect in future. For now, I will not work with William Ruto. It doesn't suit my interest, where my heart and soul rest. As for you, because it suits your interest, all the best, bro. Go to William Ruto, do your best with him. We will discuss matters politics next time. But for now, come what may, I cannot work with William Ruto. That's my view. At the NDC, there is no going to be any consensus. At NDC, ODM must split. Must split. That's why right now Babu is claimed to be the leader. So if it's split, Babu will already declare himself as with the other function. They will go. So the people who are disagreeing with the Buro Dinga will go and follow Babu Owino. The people who are disagreeing with Babu Owino will go and follow Buro Dinga. So it depends on which part of the country you're going to play your politics. And that one was very much predictable if Baba was alive, because Babu also show some signs that actually he's gonna replace Baba. He will say that baada ya baba ni babu, na kama kuna babu kuna tabu. So me, these were just some early signs that there were people who are not going to agree in future. Even if Baba could be alive today, we could have reached there and there could be a disagreement. That also, no, okay, Baba, we respect you all over, but today now let us have the way. So me, I don't see anything wrong with that one. People must be given that room to part ways their politics because we have different ambitions, we have different visions and dreams. Your visions, your ambitions are not same like mine. Mine might be different because I was born independently. I've been doing my things independently. I know where I want to go. Maybe someone want to be president, but someone does not want to be president. Someone maybe he or she has decided that the best she can be or he is the member of parliament. So the people who want to be members of parliament, governors, MCS, senators, women rep, should not waste time or disturb the people who want to become president. So let the people want to become president front their names and they're so that they can compete. And if Kenyans decide to give them, they will give them. And some of them have also stated very clearly and very confident that they are very sure that if given opportunity to contest against William Ruto, they will beat him very early in the morning. So if there can be given opportunity, such people, some people have expressed confidence. Some people have also stated very clearly that it is the easiest thing to do ever since they were born. Beating William Ruto is the easiest thing. You know, the reason why I don't want to dismiss their opinion or I don't want to outrule whatever they thought they are thinking about is because we are different in terms of perspective. You playing football might be difficult for you. Play, play, that's Arsenal today. Playing football might not be good to you as Arsenal team for today. But according to Konya, it is the easiest thing to add another goal, the third one, which has made us to be victorious. So it was not easy for people like Bruno, Mbuemo, people like Dogu. But to Konyo, that was the easiest thing to do so that he can give us victory. That's what I'm just trying to use a simpler explanation. To you, William Ruto might be the hardest person to be removed from the office. But to me or to other people, being they have own strategies, they are looking things. If they can align with team B, team A, team C, William Ruto is the easiest president to be defeated in the history of this country. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. Such people with such gifts and talents, let us support them and push them to go ahead. Let us not diminish people's stars or because of their capabilities. Let us not deraise people because they are better than us. The people who are better than us should be given opportunity, should be supported the way the good friends from Muranga are doing to Didi Nyoro. They are supporting him. Future. That if you look at the future, you see Didi Nyoro. Why can't we support our own here? There are people who can beat William. Actually, there are people who can beat William Ruto. Why can't we push that person to beat him instead of choreographing other things and bring? So that's my opinion, Makobura. If someone is capable, someone is having ability, and someone have God's grace, because it must come from God first. Without God's grace, you cannot actually. If you have the God's grace, you have the people, you have blessings from above. Let's support you and do for us the easiest job ever in the history of this country. So these other people who are trying to diminish people, those are the people we are going to deal with. Anybody is going to stand on their way. I think they have made their statement very clear that anyone who's going to anyone who's going to stand on his way is going to clear them. So it's up to you who is standing on the ways of the other people not to prosper. So I think Makubura, this is the right time to support the young people. As for me, I will not, you will not find me in a camp opposing young people, including but not limited to Kasmil Makoure. The way I told you, Kasmil is a young person. We support him, all the best wherever he is, but let him not forget where we came from on the street. Let him not forget the ideas that we went to do at the Tom Boyer Street. Let him not forget. We will remind him each and every day. As a Babu Sifuna, Hamisi, Borongo, whoever, I support them fully. The youthful wing, I support them because it's good for you and for our own generation. If you elevate them, they'll create space for you to come in. But if you don't support them and destroy them, the status quo will be retained and you cannot get your space. So I think as a young person, I'm very much I'm very much confident and I'm very much rightful in my conscience that any young person, anybody who comes to the competition as a young person, you got I got your back.
Okay, Sansana, Mr. Miguda, thank you so much. Not forgetting, allow me to say a big thank you to a good friend, Mr. Mahamo. Thank you so much for your gift. We appreciate so much. And I've seen your message. You're saying you knew that I'm going to watch the underhyped game. No wonder I didn't have the you didn't get the notification. I can say that I'm a fan of Manchester United, the big team. That is the only biggest team in the southern or whichever in the entire continent. And so today we did something good, something nice, and we showed Arsenal, the Arsenal team that we are still the biggest in the entire world. So they should respect us. And whenever we are speaking, our faiku papayuka marabindi. Yeah, so we will give our views towards the end. Miguda, maybe to just speak about the other the other group led by Dr. Guru Oginga Odinga. They were in Kisi, and of course, Kisi was painted yellow. And most of the speakers said that this is the true ODM, and that if you're not in that faction, then you're on the wrong side. Mr. Miguda, with the remarks of the members of parliament and the leaders who are in Kisi, and the way they painted the Kisi ground yellow, again, what are your views on this other side? Do you think they have the capability to ensure that they take over the movement of ODM? And again, considering the fact that most of the members or leaders who spoke were also giving their own views, some of them saying that if you are not supporting this side of the government or the broad-based government, then you're not on the right side of ODM. We saw the likes of Junet Mohammed giving their version or their views. We saw the likes of Member of Parliament of Oma Bay, Honorable Kaloma, giving their views. We saw Dr. Buru. We saw the governor of Kisi, and quite a number of them giving their views, and all of them saying that they are sure that that is the winning team and that they are going to work with the government. Mr. Miguda, give us your general view about what was happening in Kisi as well.
What was happening at Kisii, I've already explained in my previous submission because the old guards, they're going to work with William Ruto. The old guards are laying ground. They are using a lot of money. You saw those caps of ODM, those branding. They're using a lot of money to meet people. They are going to work with Ruto. So I don't have to discuss much about it. It's very clear. Obura and the team are going to work with UDA. So our focus should be this young tax. Our focus is how we are going to break the table at the NDC. Our focus is how we are going to, how we are going to divide ODM, because that's where we are headed to. People are going to fight there. So it's something you must take. No one's going to give you on a silver platter. You have to come out, fight for it, and have your people, or have the people who subscribe to your ideology. That's all. Because even at Kisii, you had them actually attacking the junior team. They were attacking the team in the academy. and the academy teams are also attacking them. So it's very much predictable that we don't have the original ODM is no more. What we have is ODM old guards and ODM young turks. So there's also a mixture of ages. Remember, there are some young turks in the Oburu camp. There are some old guards in Babu's camp. But that is very normal politically because at first you have to understand that politics is about interest. How do you want me to support you? At what expense? At the expense of the people? Should I betray the people for your own interest? Should I betray the people to give you second term? As for me, I rather lose honorably, but with the people. One day, history will judge me fairly that when it comes to a time of people, let me tell you one thing, Makobura. And this thing we were taught by, we were taught by, we were taught by, I can see our good friend Jugudi saying, what united? It's like believing in two terms. Okay, United, United has at least, we have stopped them. So Man City can have their Premier League peacefully. We have stopped them. You know what we have. We have done a very good thing to other teams because they were like unstoppable, but we have stopped them, so they're not going anywhere. The Chief Justice Emeritus David Maraga once told us that whatever you do, try to do good thing, even it doesn't pay you. People might get there along with conning. People might get along with all shady works, but always remain faithful to your work, always remain truthful, and believe in the rule of law. At one point in life, they will need someone who can speak for the truth. At one point in life, they need someone who can do a proper activity. They'll call you. They'll say, okay, as for this one, there's one person who can do it. So that one alone will elevate. So don't worry about all these things you are seeing as you struggle. Don't worry when people have gone for Ruto's money because of political interests. You stand with the people, advocate for people's rights, advocate for people's freedom, advocate for people's interests. Speak the language of the people. One day these people will need someone to stand for them in future. They'll come and knock your door and force you to lead them. And that's what we call leadership. So don't worry about anything. So just always be truthful, faithful in your work. It doesn't matter. That is the advice we were given by Emeritus David Maraga. And I think one day in life, when Kenyans needed someone to invalidate presidential election for the first time, actually did it. And you saw the way it was recognized by jurists internationally, and that was a precedent in Africa and some parts of the country. I think maybe two parts of the
Increase
country.
your voice,
This is the
Miguna.
third one. This is the third one. Sorry for that. This is the third one. So it was recognized globally by jurists, and it remains goated in the history of Kenya, greatest of all time in the history of Supreme Court. So that's how things should be done. Makobura. Makobura, I'm sorry. I discussed with you earlier. I want to leave. I'll meet you tomorrow. I just want to appreciate Msimamo for coming to the show and appreciate you for hosting. Also, I want to say thank you to Goodia for supporting us and other people on the show. Bye bye, everybody. We'll catch up tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you so much. But Miss Mama has also dropped, so I don't know whether we should proceed. I don't know whether he's coming back. Maybe Miguda, before you go, your views. you're a supporter of Manchester United. Just give us a glimpse of what we've just watched some few, is it an hour ago, and what it means to us as the biggest team in the continent or in the world. Good.
That is the
Naona itakuwa ni fan wa I mean Liverpool, so tumwelewe tu, let's just understand the good year.
good year is in Liverpool, Anfield. We are all at Old Trafford, but that's how things work in this world. But we are still friends. There's nothing. That's just a divergent in sports. What happened today? I can just tell you right now in my inbox. In my inbox, WhatsApp, people are texting me that waenga wanadhani ni AI. People people think that it's an AI. It is not an AI. We have won free and square. Like I've told you, it was very easy for Konya to give us win, but not Mbuemo. So I want to first congratulate Manchester United for a good victory, because just previously we won against Man City because we scored 5 goals against Man City. Then 3 were offside, 2 we were rewarded, so we won 2-0. So we had like 5 goals. Today we have scored.
My goodness, tumekupoteza. I hope ukirudi utatupea maoni yako. Allow me to give Msimamo this chance. Msimamo, you can give us your general take about what the meeting or the church, the rally that happened immediately after the church by the side of ODM that is saying that they're not going to support the government. You can give us your general take about Sifuna, Babu Wino, James Orengo, and their team, and how they were welcomed in Nairobi. And at the same time, give us your general take on what was happening in Kisii. And then after that, you'll give us your final remarks. Msimamo?
Mimi nitaanza na Kalonzo kama utaniruhusu, lakini kwanza wapokee zangu wale wa upande wa pili wa comment section wakiongozwa na Gudia na wale wengine. Nitaanza na Kalonzo. Kalonzo amesema hivi calling for international partnership declare Ruto a pariah head of state. Sasa mimi unajua kizungu kilikuja na mail huku kwetu, labda a pariah head of state inamaanisha nini? Ndugu zangu, utanieleza hilo ni nakuwekea hapo, utanipa hilo jibu. Then turudi kwa ODM ambayo haifungamani haswa na broad based government. Nimependezwa na muhemko na kufurika kwa wananchi kuonyesha nyoyo yao sasa kwamba ni kati ya ODM ya broad based government na ODM ambayo haisapoti, nani yuko na mwananchi. Nadhani hili lilikuwa tunalizungumzia hapa. So kubwa mimi ambayo nilikuwa nakodolea macho, apart from zile speech ambazo wameweza kuzizungumza pale hasa Sufuna, Orengo na wale wengine, lakini haja yangu kubwa mimi nilikuwa natazama jicho langu kwa mwananchi, na nikagundua fika kwamba mawazo yangu hayakwenda chanya, bali yalilenga haswa na akagonga ndipo kwamba mawazo ya wengi haswa wananchi hayapo kabisa kwenye broad based government. So ODM ya broad based government sasa ndio kule kubambanya na kuboresha rangi, kubambanya, kuweka hali ya kuonekana ya usawa, yani ule mfumo ambao unafanywa na Kenya Kwanza ndio ambao tunashuhudia sasa hivi kwa ODM ya broad based government. Hapa hakukuwa na nini, hakakuwa na rangi hii, hakukuwa na maandalizi haya, but wananchi wao wenyewe wameweza kufurika haswa kusikiza viongozi wao haswa kwa kile ambacho wanakizungumzia. Lakini vile vile pia ni msimamo mzito haswa kwa Sifuna kwamba bado anaamini kwamba yuko Secretary General mpaka sasa hivi, na wanaamini na kukaa chini haswa kufanya upya haswa mabadiliko haswa ya chama. So naungana nao zaidi. na hilo ndo ambalo linaacha nikodolee macho zaidi, maana speech wamezizungumza, lakini zaidi yangu mimi, jicho langu kaka yangu, nimeangalia Mwananchi haswa na nikatosheka kwamba hakika kweli Mwananchi ghadhabishwa haswa na hali ilivyo haswa katika taifa. Kwa hivyo huu kuhuba wa broad based government ni kwa ajili ya wachache ambao wao ndio wana mipango ya kushiba, kisha ndio watapikia kidogo kidogo, ama waache haswa yale mabaki ndio waweze kuwapa wananchi wale, na sifa na mbwembwe nyingi kwamba tumefanya hivi for the first time, tumejaribu kuwafanyia hivi, tumefanyiwa na serikali, lakini si kitu ambacho mwananchi anakiona yeye mwenyewe halisi. Nafikiri hivyo ndo ambavyo naweza nikalizungumzia hili swali lako, na wewe pia niombe sasa unieleze hilo langu la Aparaya Head of State. Asante.
Asante sana Msimamo, maoni yako ya mwisho ndugu yetu. Msimamo, maoni yako ya mwisho.
Kabla niende maoni yangu wa mwisho, nimekuuliza swali hapa kwamba Kalonzo amesema uh, uh, yeye he calls for international partnership to declare Ruto a pariah head of state. What is the term a pariah head of state mean? So ili unitoe haswa hii taka ya masikio.
I think that hiyo inataka kina Msimamo ambao good friends the likes of Msimamo who are good I mean yeah, so Msimamo, you can give us that version of Kizungu, what it means, but allow me to just get what it means. I wanted to give the good version of what it means. Yeah, maybe before I get to give you that clarification, Msimamo, kindly unaweza tupea maoni yako on the remarks by Aida Odinga. I don't know whether you saw that. You can give us your remarks on that as I get to you the right definition of that one.
Sawa, lakini itabidi uangalie pia na ulizamie hilo, ili maana nipate haswa majibu yangu kamili. Kalonzo alikuwa anamaanisha nini kuita wale ambao ni washirika haswa wa kimataifa kuweza kumtangaza haswa ama kumtangaza kwamba Rais Ruto yeye si ni hiyo I had such a word sio Aparaya head of state. So nikawa nashangaa hii neno linamaanisha nini? Wanamuhitaji. So hilo utanisaidia, na naomba kama utakwenda kuzamia hapa. Maoni yangu ya mwisho na ya Ida na haki ya kuweza kupokea lile, maana nimemsikiza vizuri pale kanisani, ameshukuru na kupongeza wale wamempongeza, na wale pia ambao walikuwa na maswali, lakini amesema kwamba ataongozwa haswa na kile kifungu kwamba hataogopa chochote. So sijajua kwamba hataogopa kinamna gani ama lakini kimtazamo wangu naona akakubali haswa ule uteuzi. Ndio pale nkami nazungumza haswa awali ya yote kwamba hivi akipewa hiyo chocheo cha juu ni kwa faida ya nani? Ni kwa faida yake ama ya wana Kisumu ama ya taifa? Ama tutaishia tu pale pale kwamba na sisi tumekumbukwa, viongozi wetu wamekumbukwa, mtu wetu wa nyumbani amekumbukwa, kapewa hiki cheo, kapewa kazi hii, na iwe ndo sifa tu. Kwa hivyo kuna haki yeye ya kufanya hivyo, kwa sababu ya kwenda haswa kokote kule kujitafutia na kufanya maamuzi yake. Kwa kama kaupokea huu ukuhuba na huu uteuzi wa hii position, ni haki yake kidemokrasia na kimsingi kama mtu wa taifa, kama mwananchi wa taifa hili. Lakini kiukweli, kimtazamo wangu ni chambo. Mimi nitabaki pale kwa msimamo wangu kwamba ni chambo cha kuweza kuzima hata sauti ya mwanaye ambaye ni Young Tax, kwa sababu itangua kuwa mama ngumu, kwamba mama anampongeza aliyompa kazi na wewe unampinga kile ambacho anakitaka. Sio kutakuwa kuna hiyo, labda pengine itakuwa pia ni faraja kwa yule ambaye ameweza kuchukua ODM kwa kuweza kuizima, haswa kuangalia mle ambamo mnaleta shida, kuweza kumweka sawa kwa kuweza kuwateua watu maalum ama mashuhuri, ama kuweza kuteua haswa kazi zile ambazo ni za kina zaidi kwa watu, kama kuweza kuzima hiyo sauti. So kwa kweli hilo tu ndo langu la leo, kwamba Maida na haki, lakini tubaki pale pale kama wananchi, kwamba hata akipewa hicho cheo, je, kitabadilisha tafsira ya taifa letu? Je, hospitali, swala la elimu, swala la corruption, swala la usalama kama tunalolishuhudia litapata suluhu kwa kuweza kupewa mmoja wetu ajira? Je, hiyo ndio itakuwa ndio njia, ili tutake kuona kazi imefanywa, ni mtu wetu awe yuko pale kapewa nafasi hiyo? Je, itatuondosha katika maisha ya uchochole na umaskini ambao umezagaa na ugumu wa maisha uliopo na uhaba wa kazi? So hayo ndio ambao tunafaa tuyatafakari, na ndio nitaacha haswa kwa wale ambao ni wananchi wenzangu wapendwa, wakereketwa, ambao wanalitakia hili taifa mema, kwamba wasihadaike haswa kwa kupewa vyeo. Hata mkipewa mawaziri 10, kama barabara ni mbaya ni mbaya. Hata upewe mawaziri 10, kama afya ni mbaya ni mbaya. Kama hata upewe mawaziri 10, kama swala la elimu halitashughulikiwa, basi itakuwa haina tija haswa. Kwa hivyo nafungamana na hili ambalo mmeliuliza la Maida, na ambalo nitafunga nalo kwa leo. Asante.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe just to give a clarification, our good friend Goody has given the clarification, and my version here is saying that in a political context, it means that it refers to a code of conduct for teammates to ensure fair, non-colliding competition, and it implies a regulated, equal, and competitive environment rather than a top-down authoritarian structure. It is used to describe situation where one should not leave oneself open to political attack or vulnerability. That is the meaning. Thank you so much, a good friend Simamo, for just giving us that version, and of course putting us on the right track. That is why it is good to have uh, people who understands and speaks fluent English. I mean Queen's language, like good here, or the Japsai corner. And I believe you are in that side. So thank you so much, good dear, for also being with us at the comment section. We really appreciate. To our good friend Miguda, our good friend Msimamo, I appreciate. Thank you so much for finding time to join us as well, and for taking time to give us your views. Not forgetting everyone who joined and watched or liked or commented. We appreciate so much. Michael Ted, Kennedy Sankara, amongst others. Thank you so much. I just want to take this opportunity to remind you that this is Brother Benson Media, and over here we do say that your opinion counts. I want to take this opportunity once again to say a big thank you to Goodyear and to everyone who joined us. Msimamo, asante sana kwa wakati wako na kujiunga nasi, tunashukuru sana. Allow me now to take this opportunity to wish you all a blessed night, a blessed morning, a blessed afternoon, a blessed evening from wherever you're watching us from. We are so much grateful. Thank you so much. Not forgetting Manchester United, the biggest team, wamefanya mambo leo, and our good friends like Goodyear are not happy. We are so sorry for you, Goodyear. And Also, Arsenal fan, we're so sorry for you. We just wanted to show you how things are done, and we did it the way we usually do it. We just wanted to ensure that we bring you and we put you on the right track as well, so that you don't think that we are not capable. Yeah, so thank you so much to football fan fraternity, to us, the fans of Manchester United. We are so happy. Msimamo, una support timu gani jameni? Kabla tufunge, pia utupe maoni yako.
Ndugu yangu, mimi niliondekana na ushabiki kwa sababu nilikuwa na roho ndogo. So wakati ule Manchester ikiwa inawika enzi hizo za kina Alex Ferguson, sasa nikiwa ndani ya 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 ushabiki, kisha baada ya kuondoka kwake mambo yakaenda vingine, basi nikaumia moja kwa moja, nikatoka katika ushabiki, nikasema acha tu nikae natural tu, nitakuwa naangalia Arsenal ikifunga nipo, Manchester ikifunga nipo, Chelsea ikifunga nipo, Liverpool vivyo hivyo. So sina timu yangu kwa kweli kwa sasa hivi, sitaki kuwa mnafiki na muongo, lakini pia vile vile nasherehekea ushindi huo huo wa Manchester United. Asante.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Msimamo. Let me say this. You said you were a good supporter of Manchester United, so you're still welcome home. This win we are celebrating together. Naona our good friend Goody anasema unaweza support timu yake Liverpool. Lakini sisi bado tunakuhitaji nyumbani Manchester United. Yeah, so thank you so much. We appreciate. Good dear, thank you so much for also giving us your views. And we appreciate so much. I just want to now close and I hope that we'll see each other again tomorrow. As I have said, thank you so much and may God bless you. See you guys tomorrow. Mungu awabariki.